Welcome, everyone. It is very nice to have you with us again today, when we can all meditate together and grow deeper. Today is day 18. We have our last session on Sunday, so this is our fourth last session. Up till now, we have spoken about the left and the right channels, the Kundalini. We've spoken about each of the chakras. We've traveled all the way up the subtle system to the Sahasrara, the topmost chakra. We have learnt that all the chakras are represented in the Sahasrara and the importance of keeping our Sahasrara open and how we can do that. So in the upcoming sessions, we are going to be talking about ways that we can deepen our meditation. And today, in particular, we are going to be talking about mantras and prayers. Now, a mantra is anything that has an effect on your subtle system, and it's a vibrational effect. So a mantra will help to deepen your meditation. So up until now, we've used English mantras or affirmations, and we will go through these in more detail today. Another way to deepen your meditation is through prayer, and that is asking the divine or your Kundalini to help clear you, balance you, and take you to a deeper state. These are all mantras because they have effect on your subtle system. There are also Sanskrit mantras, Sanskrit being known as the language of the gods, which also carries a lot of vibrations. Now, you have already heard these. We play them before the start of every session, and they do have a very deep effect on your subtle system. Now, tonight, we are going to be using the Bija mantras. And the Bija mantras are actually the sound the Kundalini makes as it passes through each of the chakras. And again, these mantras have a very profound effect on your meditation. So now going to the next slide. Another beautiful talk from Shri Mataji on the importance of meditation. Meditation is the only way you can enrich yourself with the beauty of reality. There's no other way. I cannot find any other way but meditation by which you rise into the realm of divinity. Now today, to talk more about mantras, we have Himani with us and also Shrikant, who will be taking us through a foot soak, a guided foot soak using mantras. So in case you don't have your foot soak ready and you would like to, you can very quickly get one. And then we will start our meditation very soon. Hello, Himani. Lovely to see you again.
Hello, Jenny. Thank you. And thank you for such a beautiful explanation about mantras and prayers. Our subtle system is very simple. It's 7 chakras and 3 channels. It's that simple a combination. And to go deeper in ourselves, to go deeper in our meditation, we just have to look after these 10 things, 7 chakras and 3 channels. So mantras are prayers said in Sanskrit. So the prayers can be in any language because they're connecting to our heart. And if you want to feel a deeper experience and go beyond the language, we usually use mantras in Sanskrit because Sanskrit is a language. It's the language of gods, and reason being, it was the first language that came about because it represents the exact image of the object or of the thing to itself. So the sound is very pure in that language. And it's been identified all over that in that language, if we address the chakras or if we address the qualities of the chakras respond better. So we can use Sanskrit if you're saying mantras, or we can use English or any of your local language to say the prayers in your heart. The objective is to connect to yourself, to connect to your Kundalini, to connect to the divine power inside you. So there's a very simple example I'll show you in the next slide. So in Sahaja Yoga, as you'll see in the next slide, there are two things which are very important. First is meditation. So you have to meditate every day to get stronger in that state of thoughtless awareness and peace. Okay, so that's the objective. The second important thing that connects to this beautiful seeking inside us is clearing our chakras. So, what we do in Sahaja Yoga, we use the vibrations in our hands, we look at the chakras on our hands and diagnose to see where is the problem. Like in the session on Wednesday, we were doing yesterday, right? We were looking at which chakra was catching. Then we'd say the same prayer for that chakra, and the chakra would clear out. So we'll be using a similar concept as we progress along, and it's a very important concept because in that way you are becoming your own master. Okay? So an example of how prayer works, we'll look at in the next slide. So the way prayers work is on the left side when we are doing a prayer or taking a mantra, we usually use a stronger form of addressing. What that means is when we are doing a prayer, we ask our Kundalini and we address her as a mother, say Mother Kundalini or Mother, and then the prayer that follows is a strengthening prayer. Because to come out of the left side, we need to be stronger, right? So, for example, on the Muladhara chakra, the prayer is Mother, I am the powerful innocence of a child. So, we affirm the quality of the chakra with the I am, which is the strengthening part. That, with the strength in me, I affirm the qualities. On the right side, however, you will observe the prayers are more surrendering. For instance, the right Muladhara, the prayer is Mother, you are the destroyer of all negative thoughts in me. So on the right side, we use the power of surrendering. We use the power of humility to allow the quality of the chakra to develop inside us. In the center, it is again affirming, but with humility again. So left is a bit more stronger affirmation, right is a surrendering affirmation, and at the center, it's a balanced affirmation. And you will observe that in the affirmations throughout as you take on your chakras. Another example we can look at on the next slide is again the similar concept, which is for the three channels. So the left channel is Mother, please take me away from all the negative conditionings and desires. So, you're asking for that strength again to overcome the negative feelings and the negative desires. And on the right, you're surrendering again, which is Mother, you do everything, I do nothing. So you allow that spontaneity to start working through you, right? And at the center channel, it is again an ask for that balance of seeking and the balance of establishing your self-realization. So conceptually, this is how we use the mantras or the affirmations or the prayers on our left channel with strength, on the right channel with surrendering and with the ask of bhakti, with the faith, and at the center channel for balance. And using that state of balance, we address the chakras on the central channel. So I will now hand over to Shrikant, who will take us through a beautiful futsuk. And in the futsuk, we will practice taking mantras and taking affirmations and prayers, and he will guide us through that. Okay, so enjoy the futsuk, everyone, as Shrikant leads us through this guided meditation.
Yeah, thank you, Himani, for the explanation. And hello, everyone. My name is Shrikant. Uh, Hope everyone can see me. Uh, if everyone can keep their foot soak tubs in front of. Um so we'll be doing a foot soak where we would be clearing our channels, left, right channel, and then focusing on the bija mantras. As Jenny has earlier explained, about the bija mantras is the sound that is made by Kundalini when it passes through a particular chakra. So when we do the bija mantras,
Sorry to
there is a
interrupt you,
certain.
Shrikant. Sorry to interrupt you. Can you
Yes.
show your video as well so that people can see the chakras?
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it better now?
No, we still can't see you.
Okay. One sec.
So while Shrikant fixes the video, I'll probably, give a quick explanation of Bija mantras. There we go. Here he is.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. So over to you for the explanation of Bija mantras.
Okay. One sec. Uh, so as I was saying earlier, when we take the bija mantras, we each bija mantra we take the number of times is equal to the number of petals in a chakra. When I say petal, each chakra, you can imagine it in the shape of a flower. You can say where each chakra has a certain number of petals on its side. So when we take the bija mantras, we take the bija mantra for each petal. Say for Muladhara, there is four petals, so we take four times. Um, so we start the foot soak. First, we'll clear our left and right channel and then get into bija mantras. So if everyone has their foot soak in front of them, we put our left hand on our lap, and with right hand we can rotate our right hand in clockwise direction on the foot soak water. So why we do this is a technique to vibrate the foot soak water before we commence the foot soak. So we use our right hand to rotate clockwise direction just above the foot soak water. We can rotate maybe 7 times. And now once it is done, we can put our both feet into the foot soak water. Generally, it's a good idea to, after your feet are in the foot soak water, put your both hands on your lap and have a feel what you actually feel uh, on your palm and fingers. That gives you a basic indication of what your state is at that moment. Now we will put our right hand towards Mother Earth, which is towards the ground, right hand, and left hand stays on the lap. So this is the technique to clear our left channel. So here the prayer is Mother, please cleanse my left channel. Mother, please cleanse my left channel. So the left channel is the channel where the desire comes into us from. So we request Mother, please establish the pure desire in me. So the pure desire being the desire to get your self-realization. We say one more time, Mother, please establish the pure desire in me. Now we can try to feel what we actually feel on our left palm. Once the left side is clear, we should be able to feel a gentle cool breeze in the left palm. That's an indication that the channel has cleared. If you can't feel cool and if still there is a heat or heaviness, you can do a prayer again saying, Mother, please cleanse my left channel. Okay, now we can slowly bring our right hand back on the lap. Now we take our left hand towards the sky. This is a technique to clear the right channel. So here the prayer is, Mother, please cleanse my right channel. So the right side within us is the side that we use for the action part in our lives. So for the right side to clear, there is a basic concept where we have to surrender our actions to the Kundalini energy. So we can say an affirmation where we say, Mother, I am not the doer. Mother, you do everything. By this affirmation, what we achieve is, if we get into our ego by thinking that we are doing the actions, then it creates a blockage where it doesn't let the Kundalini pass higher. So here we have to surrender our actions. So we say, Mother, you are the doer. I do nothing. Now we can try to feel the sensation on our right palm. When the right side is cleared, we should feel the cool breeze on the right palm. That's an indication that the right channel or the right side has cleared. If you still feel warm, you can say again, Mother, please clear my right channel. Mother, you are the doer. I do nothing. Now we can bring our left hand, which was facing towards the sky, slowly, and place it on our right side of the stomach on the upper part. This is the area where our attention is. So our attention gets distracted with a lot of things on our daily lives. But the ultimate goal is to bring that attention to our top chakra, which is Sahasrara. So by placing our left hand on the upper part of the stomach on the right side of our body, we say, Mother, please come into my attention. Mother, please come into my attention. Okay, now we can put our left hand back on the lap. And we slowly relax so that our attention can settle in our central channel. So we can say a prayer here. Mother, please awaken my central channel. So central channel is the channel through which the Kundalini actually passes through and goes upwards into our Sahasrara chakra. So we say prayer one more time. Mother, please awaken my central channel. Okay, now we'll commence our Bija mantras and we'll work our way from Muladhara chakra upwards until Sahasrara chakra. So, as I was mentioning earlier, when we do the Bija mantras, I'll tell what is the Bija mantra for each particular chakra and the number of times we repeat the Bija mantra is the number of petals in that chakra. So how we start Bija mantra is we start with the Om, nice slow Om, and then the Bija mantra. For example, Muladhara chakra, the Bija mantra is Lam. So we say Lam, 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 Lam 4 times because the Muladhara chakra has 4 petals in it. And then we end with a Om again. So why we say Om is the combined sound of the 3 channels that we have within ourselves, which is the left, right, and the central channel. So which is A, U, Ma. So the combined sound is Om. So we'll slowly take our attention onto the Muladhara chakra. So now we start with Om, Lam 4 times and then Om. So with our attention on Muladhara chakra, we say Om, Lam, 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 Om. Now we take our attention onto the second chakra, which is Swadhisthana. The Swadhisthana chakra has 6 petals in it. And the Bija mantra for the Swadhisthana chakra is Vam. So we do Om, Vam, Vam 6 times and then end with the Om. Just to help yourself, if you want, you can put your right hand on the position where the chakra is and take the Bija mantras. That helps a bit more because then your attention is settles more on the chakra. So if you want, you can put your right hand on where Swadhisthana is normally where we normally have our belt buckle. That's the spot. So we can, and our left hand stays on the lap. So with attention on Swadhisthana chakra, we start Om Vam 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 Om. Now we can slowly move our attention onto Nabhi chakra, which is where our belly button is. So we can put our right hand on the Nabhi chakra. And the Bija mantra for the Nabhi chakra is Ram. And the Nabhi chakra has 10 petals in it. So we do Om, Ram 10 times and then end with the Om. So we start Om Ram 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 Om. Now we move our attention onto the heart chakra. And we can put our right hand on the heart, on our center of our chest. And the Bija mantra for the heart chakra is Yam. So it's Om, Yam 12 times and Om. But as the number is, we have to repeat it more times. We'll break it down to Om, Yam 4 times Om. That way we'll do 3 sets of fours 4 times. So it'll be Om, Yam, 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 Yam 4 times Om. Then we repeat the same process 3 times. So that becomes 12 altogether. So we start with Om, Yam, 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 Yam. Om, Om, Yam, 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 Yam. Om, Om, Yam, 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 Yam. Om. Now we move our attention to Vishuddhi Chakra, which is at our throat. So put our right hand on the throat area, and the Bija mantra for Vishuddhi Chakra is Hum. So we'll do the same process what we did with Heart Chakra. We'll break it down to 4 in one section. So the number of petals for Vishuddhi Chakra are 16. So we'll do Om, Hum, 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 Om. That's 4. And we'll repeat the process 4 times. So that becomes 16 altogether. So with our attention on Vishuddhi Chakra. Om, Hum, 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 Om. 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 Now we move our attention to our Agya Chakra, which is in our forehead area. You can put your right hand on the forehead. And the Bija mantra here is Om. So Agya Chakra has 2 petals in it. So here we can say Om, 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 and then end with the Om. So it's Om 4 times. So with our attention on Agya Chakra, it's Om and 2 times Om and then end with Om. Om, 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 Om. Okay, now we move our attention onto our Sahasrara Chakra, which is on our top of our head. So here, before we take the Bija mantra, which is for Sahasrara Chakra, it's Om. It is the point of integration of all the chakras and all the channels. So it's Om one time, but the way we do it is Om, Om one time, and then end with Om. But before we do the Bija mantras, can we all stretch our palm this way and then put the palm on Sahasrara in the same way how we do in the realization process. Just press it and give a massage to the scalp clockwise direction. How we do in the realization step. We do that massage 7 times. You can bring your right hand back on the lap. Now with our attention on Sahasrara Chakra. If anyone's having difficulty to have your attention on Sahasrara Chakra, you can take your right hand back again on top of the head and just with the fingers, just put them on top of the head on the Sahasrara and just keep them like that. So this way you have a point of sensation and your attention actually goes up there and that helps the Kundalini to go to Sahasrara Chakra. So the Bija mantras here is we start with Om and then one Om and then finish with Om. 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 Now with our attention settled on Sahasrara Chakra, we can slowly bring our right hand back on the lap. Here within yourself, in your heart, you can say a prayer. Mother, please come into my Sahasrara. If you're still having difficulty keeping your attention on Sahasrara, one other technique you can do is use your right hand and starting from Muladhara Chakra through the central channel, you can use your right hand like a cup. You can raise your Kundalini energy slowly all the way onto top of your Sahasrara. It's like as if you are carrying something in a cup. You can do this maybe 7 times more. Bring your Kundalini energy onto Sahasrara and leave it. Starting from Muladhara Chakra all the way to the Sahasrara. Do it nice and slowly. This is a technique which you can use at other times, not only while foot soak, you can use at other times when you feel like your attention is disturbed. Uh, you can raise your kundalini and slowly bring it to your sahasrara. You do that a few times, then your attention again relaxes and it settles on sahasrara. And you will again start to feel your thoughtless awareness. We can use your right hand and take it slightly higher than Sahasrara and just try to feel uh, the sensation there. You should feel cool on top of the head, but if anybody still feels warm, that means your Kundalini is working and clearing the chakras, mainly to do with the right side. So that's where a little bit of warmth or heat would come in the process of clearing. If you want to quicken this process of clearing, one technique you can do. This is particularly if it's more the reason being the right side being where the heat or the warmness is coming. You can use your right hand and raise the energy on your left channel. So go to your left side of the body and the same technique how we did earlier to raise the Kundalini to the central channel like a cup. You raise your left channel and go all the way from top of the head and then bring it down from the right. So this is a way of balancing the channels. This particularly being done if the right side or the right channel is overactive. So you bring some from the left and then put it on the right and bring it down. So that way it cools down the right channel and you come into the balance. So it's the same technique. Use your right hand as a cup. You can bring the energy from your left side, go all the way from the top of the head, and then drop it down on the right and bring it down. You can do this process for 7 times, and you should feel the result. Okay. Now both hands on the lap. Keep your attention on Sahasrara. And you can take your right hand now again and to see the sensation. It should be cooler now. If anybody still feels warm, they can repeat the same process of lifting the left channel and bringing the right down. So that's the end of the foot soak. Now we'll listen to a talk from Shri Mataji shortly. Sorry, one thing I forgot to mention earlier. Just wash your feet. That's the foot soak is finished. You can wash your feet and then put the bucket on the side, and then we'll commence the talk by Shri Mataji.
Is a myth. There's nothing like mind. Brain is reality, not the mind. Mind is created by us reacting to outside. Either we react to conditionings or to our ego. Thus this mind is created like bubbles on the ocean of reality. But that's not reality. With this mind, whatever we decide, we know is very limited, elusive, and sometimes shocking. The mind always moves in a linear direction. And because there's no reality in it, it recoils and boomerangs. Thus, all the enterprises, all the projections so far we have done, it seems, come back to us. Whatever they discover comes back to us as a big destructive power or a very big shock. So one has to decide what to do, how to be out of this trap of our mind. Kundalini is the solution. When she is awakened, she takes you. With that awakening, she takes you beyond your mind. The first thing is to go beyond your mind. With mind, you will do many things, but it will not be satisfying. It will be not a solution. It will not help. And when we start depending too much on our mind, we develop all kinds of physical, mental, emotional problems. Now the latest is the stress. And this stress has no solution, they say. But in Sahaja Yoga we find the solution by crossing over this mind. It's like a barrier for our advancement. So when you get your realization, you must understand that your Kundalini has taken your attention beyond the mind. Now, this reaction to outside has come because we human beings have a prism-like brain, or we can say prism-like skull. And when the energy passes into it, I have explained it in my books, it goes into bifurcations, or you can say refractions, by which our attention goes out and we react. If we react too much, then these bubbles create a very horrible mind which can lead to any kind of thing. It justifies itself, it dampers your ego. The ego and the conditioning that creates this mind start using, and this mind for the purpose of their fulfillment of their all the accumulation of ideas and thoughts which has no backing, which has no reality with it. It's like we make the computer. Ultimately we become slaves of the computer. We make the watches ourselves and then we become slaves of the watches. That's how it dominates human beings. And when a person who has a very strong mind decides to destroy, like Hitler did, with some idea, he can go on destroying, which has a very far-fetched effect on our culture, on our spirituality. Now the A first step is to become thoughtlessly aware, where you cross your mind. You go above your mind. Mind cannot affect you. This is the first stage, as we call it, thoughtless awareness. Second one is where you start seeing the working of this Paramachaitanya, of this all-pervading power, and you start becoming aware that there is a lot of truth in what Mataji says, that there is this power which works out many things. It works miraculously so many things for you. It gives you blessings, it guides you, it helps you. In so many ways it helps you. It gives you good health, good wealth, and also a very good society of very beautiful people in the collective. All that you can see clearly is happening here. Now this happening of achieving thoughtless awareness is very simple and easy. But to maintain at that point is difficult. We still react and we think. Anything you see, you react. To get to that point in thoughtless awareness is first to change your attention. Now, for example, once we were climbing a very high mountain to see one temple called Palitana. Myself, my son-in-law, and my daughter. And we were really tired because we had to climb I don't know how many steps. And when we went up, we were tired, and there was a little canopy made of beautiful marble carving. So we just laid down there. They were very tired, and they said, "What is this kind of a temple?" Grudging. While I looked up and I saw lots of beautiful elephants were carved. So I told my son-in-law, "Look at these elephants. They all have tails of different types." He said, "Mommy, they are all dying. How can you see the tails of elephants?" But if just to divert their attention from that tiredness, I told them that why not see these tails of the elephant, which is very different. So what happens that when you are putting your attention so much to outside all the time, then you must first of all also divert your attention. For example, you see these beautifully made things here. Your attention is something else. Just try to enjoy the beauty of that. See, there are beautiful carpets here. Just look at them without thinking. Because they don't belong to you, so no headache. They belong to somebody else. It's very good. Otherwise, if it belongs to you, you start thinking, "Oh my God, I've spreaded them here. What will happen? They have to be insured," or some sort of a thing like that. That's common human reaction. But if it doesn't belong to you, you can watch it nicely. Now you watch it and don't think. You'll be amazed when you see the beauty that is put inside this. You'll see the artist who has put his joy, his exuberance into it. And you'll be amazed after realization that this exuberance will fill into you and a cool kind of a relaxation will come into you. And this Kundalini will rise and you will become steady in your thoughtlessness. So whenever you look at anything, look at any beautiful thing, even say today's election, just watch the man who is elected. Watching him itself gives him blessings, gives him better ideas. You get also ideas which are coming from reality, which are there. How to make this man a successful person, or this country a successful democracy. All these things happen when your attention is diverted from criticizing, from reacting. Just you watch, become the witness, try to witness of it. It's not so very yet practiced. So far I've seen that whenever even we get our achieve our realization, we don't realize that we have to witness it. When you start witnessing through your spirit, then you don't see the bad points of another, but you see the good points. You just pick up the person with very good points. See, so once you see that, the witness state enlarges and you start enjoying another person. You start enjoying everything that is there. Even a small blade of grass you can enjoy.
Okay. As everyone has listened in Shri Mataji's talk, she has mentioned very beautiful points about attention and thoughtless awareness. These are the very basics of Sahaja Yoga, and these are the things we need to work on to achieve uh, realization. So the two things being starting with attention. Uh, our attention is attracted by so many things. Uh, Mainly, it gets attracted with things outside. Uh, Looking at things outside is not particularly the attention being put on the things, but attention is a total different things where we start reacting to what we are watching, and our mind goes on that. But the whole idea is to exercise it to that it doesn't get dragged away into things which doesn't give you any joy. So the attention need to uh, recede back, and it should be on. It should go to your sasrara. Then your kundalini comes up there, and then you experience thoughtless awareness, and that is the state where you can see the truth, or you have more clarity on the situation uh, on the in the present moment. So you can make the correct decisions for your life, or you'll be able to um, have a very clear picture of the situation when you are in thoughtless awareness. The second thing being the thoughts itself. So our thoughts, uh, everybody gets thoughts, and it's very hard to not get involved in the thought. Sometimes you not knowingly get involved in the thought, and the thoughts come up your brain, and they are mainly either from the past or the future. This is where what Shri Mataji was mentioning about ego and conditioning comes into picture. So mainly what it is uh, conditioning part, which if you have looked at the chart of the chakras, where you see there is a blue balloon that showed up, that's shown on the chart, which is superego. So this is it's like a balloon that gets created when you use too much of your left side, where you have maybe it has to do with your conditioning or your habits or anything. And when it gets overused, then uh, you call the products like a factory where you have a chimney, all the fumes go there. So all the fumes go in and they blow up in the superego and it creates a balloon there. So then you have all the thoughts that are related to your past, and then you get dragged into those thoughts. The other side being your ego in the chart, which is normally a red color, I think. And this comes mainly from the right side. When you are, it's not about the action. You have to do the things, but it's when you perform the action and then you get into this illusion where you constantly build up that I am doing it, I am doing this, I am doing that, and it's only happened because I do. So in reality, we don't do. The divine energy does everything. So it's an illusion where we think that we're doing, and when we get uh, carried away in that section, then that leads into another balloon uh, on the left side of your head. So when these balloons are there, then it's very hard to get thoughtless awareness because they are constantly blocking your Kundalini energy and you will be bombarded with thoughts. So there is one technique which Shri Mataji has suggested is uh, when you get a thought, you within yourself, it's not something you have to say, like within yourself, you say, not this thought, not this thought, or neti. It's a Sanskrit term where it's called neti, neti. Neti is like a not this one, not this one. So you keep denying the thoughts. You keep denying the thoughts. Every thought that comes in the brain say neti, neti, or not this thought, not this thought. So that what does that is because the thoughts are like waves, and one thought comes like a wave and then another one follows it immediately as a wave, and between these waves there is a gap through which when you say not this thought, within that gap the kundalini passes through because you don't accept that thought, and that creates a space that lets the kundalini go, and then you achieve the thoughtless awareness. Once the kundalini goes past the agya chakra into the sahasrara, you experience the thoughtlessness. So what I want everyone to try is after this, that we have a background music where everyone can meditate. And while you are in meditation, you can try this as an exercise that try to be in meditation, but if you are getting a thought, just deny it. Say neti, neti, neti. So keep denying the thoughts and see what your experience is, whether you are able to feel the thoughtlessness when you deny it and how long you are able to stay there. With some people, this exercise might be a little bit hard where you feel like the thoughts are too dominant and you are not able to deny them, they're getting bombarded. So in that case, what you can do is you can use your hands. You can do the same thing what we were doing earlier, is to raise your kundalini with your hand through the central channel from Muladhara to Sahasrara. Do that a few times, maybe 6 or 7 times you can do. and then try the same exercise again. Then go into meditation and then see what's happening. If you are getting a thought, then do neti, not this thought. You can deny it and then see what happens. If you're still getting, then you can again raise the kundalini, or alternatively, you can use your right hand and how we're doing earlier, put the right hand on top of the head on your sahasrara and leave it up there and try to go in meditation. And see if that helps you to stay in meditation or in thoughtless awareness. So we'll have the music now, and we'll start with both our hands on the lap and with our attention on Sahasrara, and put this exercise into practice, see how it helps us. So we relax, both hands on the lap with eyes closed. Our attention on top of the head. So when I say our attention on the top of the head is try to feel what you can actually feel on your sahasrara. And if you are having difficulty to take your attention on sahasrara, again you can go back, use your right hand to place it on sahasrara and leave it there. That should help your attention to go on to sahasrara again.
Thank you very much, Shrikant, for all those beautiful ways of stopping our thoughts. We can finish up now by raising our Kundalini. And putting on our bandhan. I'm sure you are all feeling as peaceful and as centered as I am feeling now. If you would like those affirmations or mantras, you can go to the website and you will find them in the handout section. Know also that you can also, the most powerful mantra or the most powerful prayer is the one that comes from your heart. So please don't think you have to use those exact words. They are a very good guide, but it is whatever comes into your attention, and that will work. The very simple meditation of the very simple affirmation of, please take me into the state of meditation, or please take me into the state of thoughtless awareness, will also help you. But yes, please experiment with those affirmations that are on our website. So tomorrow's session, we are we will be having some live music. So please join us. Music is another very powerful way to help us go into meditation, especially music that is played by realized souls or is composed by realized souls. That will also, the vibrations of that music help to take us into that state of silence. So before we finish off, let's bring Shrikant back. And if anyone has any questions at all, please raise your hand. And we can answer them. The other thing is that Shrikant spoke very correctly about saying the mantras a particular number of times because of the petals. However, it will still work even if you say them a little less or a little more. It is best not to try to put too much attention on how much you're saying them, because sometimes that will keep you at this level. So yes, certainly say it 6 times for the Swadhisthana and 10 times for the Nabi, but know that it will still work. That if you lose count or you say it a little bit more or a little bit less. We'll just take one moment to see if you have any questions. All right. It doesn't look like we have any tonight. Thank you very much, Shrikant. It was very nice to have you. Thank you for that beautiful foot soak. And we hope you can join us again soon. And thank you, everyone. We bow to the spirit in you and the seeker in you. See you again tomorrow.